Congratulations, Barista. It's a cold Monday morning, and I'm your uncle, Angela Himalayas. I am here with what's trending, and as regards the perceived interim government by the Directorate of the State Security, the DSS, and other political issues trending in the country right now. We've had the issues of the interim government for like 2 weeks round, and I have somebody very, very experienced in political analysis who came on air to analyze to a broad extent what the interim government tends to pros for the Nigerian polity. All right. Talking about the perceived interim government, first and foremost, you would see that people are trying to, according to him, people are trying to force arrests by the DSS, so that when these arrests are made, these people would find a platform to form or to initiate a sort of protest that might actually give rise to an ungovernable Nigeria. All right. Talking about who is talking on the studio of TVC, it's Babajide Kolade Ositoju. Babajide is an investigative journalist and a group head, both current and public affairs, on TVC News, and he's also a historian. He came on issues with Jide to talk about the perceived interim government and the subsequent political issues that have come up that are trying to truncate the polity of the country. Let us listen to Babajide and what he has to say, because on what he says on the issues, he was like President Muhammadu Buhari has said, of course, that nobody would persuade him to remain in power after 29th of May. This is as regards to the interim government that was perceived by the DSS 2 weeks ago. For the president of the country to come out and say this, that means whether or not an interim government is possible, he would not allow anyone to persuade him to remain in office after 29th of May, which is supposed to be the swearing in of the president-elect, President Mr. Bola Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu. Let us listen to Babajide Kolade on TVC News, talking about the perceived interim government and the subsequent political issues that have been linked to the interim government and how the president tends to resolve this according to his own analysis. Watch him.
Looking at what the APC governors, under the aegis of the Progressives Governors Forum, they demanded that, they demanded the immediate arrest and prosecution of those behind the plot for an interim government. But it is said that some crooked elements in the opposition plan to heat up the polity so that when they are arrested, then the nation would be thrown into chaos and leaving no other option than to force an interim government. Do you also, sense this sinister motive? Do you also see it from that perspective that some people are trying to, foment trouble in the country so that when they are arrested, especially people in the opposition, when they are arrested, they get onto the streets, start protesting, and then chaos happen, leaving no other option than to force an interim government? Do you see sense in some of these people, some of those, postulating this kind of sinister motive?
Yes, and those who are pushing the DSS to make arrests, they've got to realize that this is the reason DSS is not doing that. All kinds of traps are being set. All kinds of traps are being set to heat up the polity, so that at the end of the day, there will be sufficient crisis, enough to ensure that the whole process is disrupted. Because if killing starts happening, all eyes will be on Nigeria. The government could even lose control. So there are all kinds of traps, because we've had people say that, look, we are going to make the country ungovernable. We've had politicians talk in an irresponsible manner like this in the past. So when you are dealing with the Nigerian politician, you also have to be patient. It doesn't mean that you are being cowardly or that you sense that you are not fully in charge. The Yorubas will say, because when the lion begins to move in a stealthy manner, it doesn't mean that the lion is a coward, but it does not want to rouse the attention of the prey so that the prey doesn't get away. The lion, by nature, cannot sprint over a long distance. When the lion chases a prey, before it gets to the 100-meter mark, the lion will turn back if he can't catch the prey. It doesn't have the endurance to run over long distances. So it relies on its short sprints, quick short sprints. And that's why it tries to get as close as possible to the prey before running in its direction. So trying to get close to the prey, and moving in a very stealthy manner does not suggest that the lion is a coward. It knows what it's doing. I believe that all kinds of traps are being set so that Nigeria could become ungovernable, and those who want to bring back the military can then have the opportunity to achieve their aim. So I agree with the DSS that this is not a time to be arresting people indiscriminately, because in the end it's the opposition that will be arrested, and they are going to say, oh, they are trying to muzzle the opposition, ensure that the opposition doesn't have a voice. But in any country where the law reigns supreme, people are not meant to say what they like. You have to speak in a manner that does not incite our people to violence.
Welcome back if you're just joining us. This is still Nation's Voice Tower. That was Babajide Kolade there. He explained and analyzed everything according to his own view politically on what the country tends to gain and tends to lose from the perceived interim government as regards to the intel gotten, or the intelligence reports gotten from the Directorate of the State Security a few weeks ago. So Babajide there really held it that the president has reiterated, and he said it again and again, that nobody would persuade him to stay or to remain in power after 29th of May 2023, which is the swearing-in ceremony. Okay, that is that from our table. I would urge you that you should stay glued to Nation's Voice Tower, because there are more updates coming for you, because this is a new week, and expect us not to back down from bringing you more political updates as things unfold. I have more news for you on my next video, so don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe this particular video, and watch till the end. Don't forget to drop a comment for us in the comment section if you feel you have different or contrary views to what Babajide Kolade has said in this political analysis. All right, thanks for joining us. My name is Ilangelo Himalayas, your anchor. See you next time.